Pots, welcome back to another part of Final Fantasy XVI. In the last part, we walked around and did Lubar's bidding of trying to figure out what was going on, who was causing troubles within the Delamel Inn, and it's basically the Kupka's guards have been doing trades with the... Wallowed, I'm trying to remember the place, and they were like basically stealing crystals from the common folk, which is needed for a lot of day-to-day stuff, and we stopped that. I've been enjoying side quests. I like side quests. I always want to do them as soon as I see them.
Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Yes.
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
A rose. Give out a rose.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first?
Can I go to the baths yet?
Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find.
Okay.
You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's
Like
hope that someone
surely
says something useful.
people who craft like wooden things would use a knife as well. A carver? A carver would use a knife as well. I mean, it's not like a
Lubor's
kitchen
take a
knife,
simple
but
test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
The finest fabric!
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
ah yes, someone would flay a
A
fish
question,
as well.
if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Seems very fair enough. Hello?
Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be.
Is this the other side quest? I think this is the other
On
side
second
quest.
thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalamil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Maybe bombs are like floating about and it's making it too warm. That would be my
All right.
guess.
I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulphur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
Okay. Slap that on the priority quest. We'll obviously still look around. There was still more stuff to do here,
Made
I'll
from the
assume.
stoutest stone. Where? Won't you?
Do I just see them as I go, I guess? Because it says in this area. So I'll just look around and see if I see any more with green.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Jump up here, see if anyone else is a quest marker. There it goes, says I'm back in the quest range.
You're going to drink my pockets dry. I need to drink.
Yep.
Fucking men of the wrong.
And
They've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
well, I'm going to this guy first.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you.
It's
I
durability
won't keep you any
and
longer.
sharpness.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Okay. Sure.
I'm not too late.
I was going to go see where the next
is
side
it,
quest
Lubor?
was. I think it's this way.
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Cooper.
We're just telling him, are we?
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Right, so is this the way for the quest? It is the way for the quest. I was worried that I just went the wrong way for no
Drake's
reason.
Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Yep, we're gonna take a right at some point to go into the quest. It's quite further down though. Did you find that the screen at all was too bright for you, Mike? I actually cannot see on my screen right now. Like I'm using the recording to see where I'm going. Because I turned the screen brightness down, but it's pure white. And it's definitely nothing to do with glare on my screen. It's probably just the TV not being able to handle it. I don't find it too bright. No, I cannot see anything. I mean on your own TV. And I've turned the brightness down, so I don't think it's really anything to do with that. So I'm using the screen on the PC to actually see what I'm doing. Oh look, it's bombs, guys! I'm a genius.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Oh my god, it's a lot of bombs. It might be your TV. My TV shows it fine. Yeah, I assumed it was my TV. I'm not even high enough to hit that. What's going on? Hello? I can't see anything. I don't want any of them exploding. More enemies? Are you serious? Come on. Oh, what's happening? Is that about to explode? I can't see. Why is it blue? Why are you blue? Ow? You can hit me out of that? I didn't realize it could hit me out of it. Teleport me to it, I can't see anything. Shred it. Hit it. Yeah, there we go. Nothing blew up as far as I was aware. Enemies slain. Do I need to go back to actually
Let's
finish
cool
the
things
quest?
down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
It's very nice looking water. I really like the hot springs. But yeah, just to say that I am indeed a genius and knew instantly that it was just going to be bombs that were near the hot springs. It might be quicker, honestly, just traveling to the obelisk, honestly, rather than running all the way back. I left when you said bombs before, because I knew. I was like, it's bombs! It's gonna be bombs, obviously. I've played a Final Fantasy game before. I know the script.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that
Sharp
the
and
blade should be
durable.
durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light.
Okay.
Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Okay. Are we going to help, or is this just the end of the quest? Yeah? Okay, we're gonna help. It didn't really say if I was coming too. Out into the desert we go. Are we just going to this a little bit? Look at Torgo. Good boy. Right, back over to... Quite a bit of run from everywhere now, isn't it? Like I said, it is a desert, so it's a big open void, mostly. I don't mind. It's not like you're running for like 5 minutes straight. I ride
Any luck?
chocobos all the time, so I enjoy the run.
Or will
That's
you be
fair.
needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... Oh, you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
Can we not just go
And
get some?
it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now.
Do I just need to go
Besides,
find some?
I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive.
Oh, don't worry
You'll
about
have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
it. So am I getting out while you learn the technique, I assume?
See you shortly.
I assume that's what's happening. Where am I going?
So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the furnace?
Back over here then? Oh, that's the shop. Oh, it's not going to be much of a difference whether I fast travel or just ride Ambrosia over. It's going to make me go off the...
Come on.
It's probably going to make me go off the Chocobo anyway. When I get into town, so... The game doesn't look as very smooth as I'd like it to on video, unfortunately. I can see that's a little bit jumpy. I don't think there's much I can do for that. Can I still go into the town with Chocobo, please? No?
I can walk from here.
Oh, I mean, if it's gonna make me. I'll talk to the bathhouse man, then I'll talk to
Is it true what I'm hearing?
I'll not talk to I go to the limestone deposit.
Needed to a silken softness.
I cleared your issue at the hot springs,
from the
sir.
stoutest somewhere, won't you?
I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
No, it's exactly what I expected. The game lies. The game's like, oh, I never saw it coming. It's like, no, I did. I literally said it since you told me. What else was it gonna be?
Tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
Like, we've seen bombs in the game before. It's not like if it hadn't, I mean, maybe if I hadn't seen them in the game yet, I would have maybe have not guessed it. Scarlet, yeah, we needed this for crafting one of the other items that we hadn't crafted yet. I think it was the bracers. But yeah, if we hadn't seen the bombs already, maybe I wouldn't have come to the conclusion. But yeah, again, like, bombs are pretty
We should get going soon.
standard in Final Fantasy games. You see them in quite a lot of them, so I probably still would have guessed bombs. We're just grabbing these then. Three of them? It's normally three. think the water is just so pretty. I love the. I love that when you jump on your items. It's exactly what I want.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
Just run. See, I'm not even gonna run. I'm just gonna teleport back. It's probably quicker. And with the 5 second it takes to load me in, I think it's worth it over running back.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Hi, I've got your limestone.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that.
I've been
You
told.
and that merchant both. She's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
Got to test it though.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava, know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just.
Why? It failed in like
I'd
every
say you're worth
regards.
keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
Correct. So the answer wasn't everyone, but for specifically who.
All right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without
Yes, she
you.
was trying to hit all
So much
bases,
for
so
the
you couldn't.
Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
Well, I mean, the spirit of
passed your
Dalamil is, I
test.
guess, depending on
That's
who
all
it
that
was in
matters.
Dalamil, right?
You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Thanks. I don't know if I need a carving knife, but it's the thought that counts. Carving out a niche. Goblin coin. And that is it for the side quest. So we'll be continuing on with Riddle of the Sand in the next part, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to poke that like button, subscribe, and comment your comments, because they are comments. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!